everyone, thank you for tuning in to ChasingCinema.com's official YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about Big Trouble in Little China, and you have no idea how much that excites me because I absolutely love this movie. A pure classic 80s picture, a movie that has a humongous cult following, just a truly magical movie, a great fun, great adventure. It's a family favorite of ours. It's a movie that I remember watching a lot growing up. It's one that I continue to watch in my age now. I know my family, especially my brother, is a huge fan of it. But today we're going to be talking about the fact that, nearly 30 years later, they want to remake this project, which, to me, raises some questions. But the main focus is that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, that's right, if you smell what The Rock is cooking in Little China. The Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is going to be stepping into the boots of Jack Burton, who was originally played by Kurt Russell in the 1986 film, which is interesting because, you know, the great thing about Big Trouble in Little China is the fact that Kurt Russell, though he is the star of the film, is just kind of the bumbling hero that gets lucky. And I think I wrote down this quote because the filmmaker John Carpenter really nailed it on the head with this. It's a movie about a guy who thinks he's the action hero when he's really the comic sidekick. And that's the best way to describe Jack Burton as a character in Big Trouble in Little China. Now, what's interesting about that is I buy that for Kurt Russell. I don't know if I could buy that for The Rock. I don't know if they're going to let The Rock kind of stand aside and let other people do the work for him, where he's just kind of bumbling around. Now, if this is more of a serious remake, it's obviously going to be a lot different than the Big Trouble in Little China that we all know and love. Now, mind you, Big Trouble in Little China wasn't a huge box office success, guys. That movie only made about $11 million, which, yeah, isn't the worst thing that ever happened in theaters. But luckily, because of home video and a constant rerun on HBO, this movie really found an audience a little bit later in its career, which happens to many movies. Some movies don't hit its fame until home video, are now DVD and Blu-ray. But this is a movie that definitely has an audience, and I think I've said it probably 100 times now on this YouTube channel. What is my theory for remaking movies that people absolutely love? It is going the complete opposite direction and doing something completely different. Because if you want to make a movie and you kind of redo the film, you're going to upset people. Because they're going to tell you did things wrong, why it didn't work, why the original's better. But if you do something with the same with the property, but do it in a different way, a different style, and go in a different direction, it'll feel like a retelling. It'll tell like a fresh story, and you're not going to really upset people. They're going to say, "Oh, it's different. Oh, it's different than the original, though, but it's fun," But they're not, instead, you make a remake and you make pretty much everything the same. They're going to say, "Oh, man, just watch the original." The first movie that comes to mind that really kind of made this mistake was Carrie, a book that I absolutely love and a movie that I absolutely love, which was recently remade with Chloe Grace Moretz as the main star. And unfortunately, instead of really going in a different direction, the movie was pretty much exact same for same, except they introduced YouTube and cell phones. And to me, it was just a tragedy because it was nowhere near as good as the original, and it was right here, nearly scene for scene, the exact same. So why would I watch something that's not as good when I could go home, watch the original, which is 10 times better, and it's pretty much the same thing. Now, obviously, the thing people are going to be talking about most is the special effects, about how this movie with the special effects will be able to kind of really excite, how special effects will really be able to excite or energize this picture with all the new things. But the thing is what kind of works about Big Trouble in Little China is how cheesy it looks and how unrealistic it is and just how ridiculous some parts look. So hopefully this movie goes in the direction of practical effects rather than CGI and special effects. I mean, there are definitely moments that you could use great CGI for, but there are a lot also that you really kind of want to stay practical with and really kind of overindulge in the fact that it's practical effects, I don't know. I think that it is a very interesting way to go. I'm not sure. But I enjoy The Rock. I love Big Trouble in Little China, and I just hope that it falls in the right director's hands. And I hope that this movie will work out. What do you guys think? Do you think Big Trouble in Little China remake is a good thing or a bad thing? Let me know down here in the comment section below. Make sure to show your support by liking and favoriting this video. Remember to follow me and Chasing Cinema's social media websites down here in the description box. That's Facebook, that's Twitter, that's Instagram, and all that fun stuff each day. Also, but more importantly above everything, guys, hit that subscribe button, because each day we are constantly uploading 5 videos a day to this YouTube channel. Movie news, casting details, podcasts, giveaways. Today we talked about the Ted 2 Red Band #2 trailer. We talked about Sofia Coppola exiting the Little Mermaid project, and much, much more. Guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Jacob Toronto, and please continue chasing cinema.